now here at the White House. You can see it in front of them trees, and this is where the executive office of the president operates. It's where the president lives. It's where the West Wing is. It's where the East Wing once was, which is now demolished. But it's here where all the executive orders are made. Commander-in-Chief as well. The President can bypass Congress to deploy troops wherever he desires, as it's an executive order. That's what's happening in the Middle East at the minute, in Iran. Because you can deploy troops without declaring war by Congress. So there's a lot of power in this office, a lot of power in the civil servants who operate in this office as well. Unfortunately, there's a lot of security, a lot of barriers. You can't see it properly with this here. I'd assume it's for the 250th celebrations here. It's also a very famous building for a very significant historical event which happened recently, in which the tyrant Homelander was killed by the great American patriot William Butcher. So, a very prominent place in American history. You can see how tight security is. They have the National Guard here deployed in DC in the first, I believe. So they've got soldiers in the streets and police officers working together to ensure the city is secure. And it definitely needs to be secure in big events like this 250th anniversary of the United States coming up in a couple of weeks' time. We have UFC on tonight at the White House. We have the President's birthday, his 80th birthday today, and the football. So many events happening all in one go in June and in July. It's mad, it's massive. So it's a big event. You can see all the military vehicles there. It's pretty cool to see. But yeah, pretty cool. You see the soldiers there, outfits there. Their flag for the 250th anniversary. Pretty sick. Entire road's blocked off here, so we'll probably have to go this way to the right and then to the left. Everything's just blocked off. It's really hard to get right in this city, because you don't know what streets will be blocked off till the next day. So it's always interesting to know. You can see here. Might be able to get through. Not sure. We'll see. See how the crack is. Anyways, this might have been a bad idea to wear this fancy outfit today. I'm already bucketing in sweat. But why not wear my Sunday best today? Sunday as well. I just want to look the part, especially when you're in DC. So why not? So we tried to get into Arlington Cemetery. They won't let me in with this camera and the microphone. So we'll do it again tomorrow, just without the camera, which is a shame, but this is what I mean when I highlight how secure this place is. They don't like a microphone. So there you are. Probably think I'm gonna spy or some crap, I don't know. But we'll just head to the National Mall now.
I am Sentinel Orton of the 3rd Infantry Regiment, United States Army, Guard of Honor, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. The ceremony that you are about to witness is the changing of the guard. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, it is requested that everyone remain silent and standing.
Well, Arlington Cemetery was the residence of George Washington at a time. During the American Civil War, it was the residence of Robert E. Lee at this house at a time, the Confederate general. People buried there include people like JFK, so it's a very significant, prominent place in American history and an American remembrance of veterans as well. Americans treat their veterans very highly, well, so they like to appear. Well, welcome welcome to Washington DC, the capital city of the United States of America. It's the political capital of the United States. It's where all the branches of government are, all the memorials, all the historical sites you think of when you think of the United States of America. So behind me we have here the Lincoln Memorial, built in, or dedicated in 1922. So Abraham Lincoln, he was President of the United States during the American Civil War. He led the United States Union against the Confederates for a victory, and it led to the amendments in the Constitution, which ensured that black people were regarded as citizens and that slavery was abolished. So it's a very monumental thing for the progress of blacks in the United States since they were treated so unfairly. Very busy old scene. We've got the 250th anniversary of America coming up in a few weeks' time. We can see there a protester, someone's outraged, Me Too movement, feminism. This is a place of expression, I suppose, for people who have many different views. They're able to express that due to this idea of freedom of speech, this idea of American liberalism, where one can be whatever they desire in the pursuit of happiness. And this is Abraham Lincoln here. They actually call this monument a temple, so it highlights how sacred they see this president. Check out here in the sides of this temple as well is speeches made by Lincoln here as well. Basically that was saying how people should be treated as equals because God created humans as equals. We're all equal under God, is what Abraham Lincoln is saying here on that engravement etched in the walls there. So, you know, it's terrible the fact this was very progressive at its time in United States history. To think slavery and slaves could be emancipated, which is a terrible shame, but it just highlights the progress of this country. This is also where Martin Luther King made that fantastic speech, I Have a Dream, in 1963. So the grounds of this area is very important to the civil rights of African Americans here. See here, I have a dream, looking out over the National Mall there, you know, I have a dream, little black boys and little white girls with a pen in hand, all that sort of stuff, so it's pretty cool. Atmosphere around here, everyone's just enjoying the weather. I'm enjoying the breeze because, gosh almighty, it's warm here. You can see here now the reflecting pool here. It was just recently done last week. It's been coloured blue, so the reflection's better. So wonder if it's made any impact. But you can still see the reflection, which is pretty cool. But it looks more green to me than blue, so we'll take a look here and see what that's all about. So it was President Trump last month who decided to get a company in to refurbish and restore the reflecting pool, colouring it blue so the reflection looks a lot nicer, but you can be the judge of it for yourself here. It was only done a week ago, and it looks like Loch Ness, covered in green algae. So I wonder, there's kind of similarities there with Loch Ness and the reflecting pool in terms of its green algae. So I wouldn't say the reflecting pool is blue, but rather green. And I don't understand how within a week it's gone green instead of blue. Whatever chemicals they used, fortunately Trump, I think they've done a shoddy job on you. Cowboy tool restorers, I guess. cheap isn't always best.
Here at the newly renovated reflecting pool. It's painted American flag blue. The Democrats are going to tell you, oh, there's green algae, it looks so bad, but there's pool guys cleaning it up right now. No other president would do that.
You are fake news. Sir.
This is a fantastic monument here as well. I just assume the armed forces, so we'll have a look here. It is the World War II monument. Look, it's got all the states here. You have Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Rhode Island, New York. All these states where people served in World War II. You know, you think from D-Day landings, served during Battle of the Bulge, all these big battles that the US fought in. Pearl Harbor, fighting against Japan in the Pacific Front. There, the Pacific Front. Probably one of the deadliest fronts for the United States, and then you have the Atlantic front here. So that would have been in Germany and France. You know, it's significant. Absolutely significant. Right, so we're going to take a right turn from the National Mall and head to the Thomas Jefferson Monument, because that's pretty cool. Everyone sort of forgets about the Thomas Jefferson Monument when they come to DC, so let's check it out. I've decided to take a scooter to the Jefferson Monument for the crack. I've downloaded this live map, so we'll see how it goes anyways. Should be fun. Right, let's give this a try. So I need to take the brake off. That would help. How is it you take off the brake? Give me a second. Right, so we're on this bad boy. Let's gear a bit of juice here. It's not bad. Oh, she's braving slow. Oh, she's speeding up now. She's speeding up now. Flip. So we gotta get to the Jefferson Monument. Dear knows how to get there. We'll figure it out. Like, we've got the wee cycle lane lights on. We've got the. See if I can cross it here. This is brilliant. This is fun. This is what it's all about. The travel. Like these flipping things. Kind of fun. Over there. We've got the signs there. Look at this. This is brilliant. Best way I've done this trip. So that e-scooter cost me $6. So £4 for a 5-minute little ride. It was fun, but £4. Jeepers, older mate, it's a money racket. It really is. But anywho, we're at the Jefferson Monument now. Come and join me. Let's see what the crack is. Got some public dancing going on here too. Bit of dancing, bit of fun. You know, lovely vibe, lovely atmosphere. Pretty cool.
Let's go. This a little story all about how you running pockets on the using.
So this monument here is dedicated to Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States. Why was he the most significant president, significant figures in the United States history? Is because he was one of the key authors of the Declaration of Independence. I hope this camera picks up for that music in the background. But he was one of the key authors of the Declaration of Independence, so a very prominent figure in the American Revolution. So let's go and look at the statue inside here as well. Actually here in the year 2277 in the capital wasteland that Project Purity began under one of the leaders of the Volts outside in the capital wasteland, and the Enclave took this territory and tried to dismantle Project Purity and take it for their own. So there's a lot of historical lore in this place. So Project Purity, led by Liam Neeson, believe it or not, Thomas Jefferson Monument. Let's head to the Washington Monument, which is straight in front of me, with a body of water, the Potomac River, in between me and the monument.
Democracy is non-negotiable. Death is a preferable alternative to communism.
So this here's the Washington Monument. Construction began in the mid-19th century. It took 36 years, and why did it take so long? And you can see that even the difference in the quality of stone from the top. So at the bottom you have a higher quality grade of stone, then due to financial reasons, due to the Civil War as well, they used the cheaper stone up to the top, but it's beautiful all the same. So Washington Monument is dedicated to the first president of the United States, one of the founding fathers, George Washington. So pretty cool stuff. Remember to like and subscribe in this video. It's only like 20% of you are subscribed and watching these videos, so like, I think some of you is watching, subscribe, because there's going to be more videos coming soon. The Smithsonian Museums, the National Museum of American History, and I think the Smithsonian is a fantastic institute. They've got 17 museums in this one city for anything you're interested in, from aerospace to the American Indians and Native Americans, to American history, natural history. They've got everything. So I'll be going on here and having a look and understand the history of the place. So that's the museum done. That was pretty good. You can notice a temperature difference out here now, but I'm feeling pretty hungry. I haven't ate much today, so let's get a feed. I've got here what I've ordered: the blanco sausage, coleslaw, big beef brisket burger. Came to $33, and tell you what, it's banging. It's brilliant. Big sausages and everything, brilliant. Very good. Last one, cheaper than that was something and a half. That was quite the struggle, but it was good. Very, very good. Stuffed, loaded. And I'm gonna go now to Capitol Hill Congress. So that should be fun. Well, would you look at these bad boys? Hello! Hello! Oh, they're scared, but they're beautiful wee animals, them ducks. Lovely. Cutie pies, look, we'll tear them down this. And then look at the Capitol building there. Oh, I love ducks. So now here at Capitol Hill, one of the high points in DC here. And basically the political system of the United States primarily operates here. The House of Representatives, and you have the Senate. It's a bicameral system. So if you're looking to pass a bill, make it into law in the United States, it first has to be made either in the House of Representatives or the Senate, and it gets scrutinised like mad. So once it goes through one house, it has to go through the next one. So say a bill started in the House of Representatives. If it passes, then it goes next to the Senate building. And then if it passes in the Senate, the bill isn't law yet, because further down the road there, on Pennsylvania Avenue, the President has to sign it off as well. And if the President doesn't like the bill is vetoed, and it has to go through the process all over again. Because of such a heavily scrutinised system for bills to go through, a lot of gridlock happens. So it's a very slow process, but it highlights how laws in the United States are heavily scrutinised to ensure people are represented fairly. So it's the advantage of it is it's very democratic, promotes the values of the Constitution. The downside is it's very slow for things to happen, and that's why the President of the United States usually pursues executive orders instead of working with Congress here in the Capitol. So that's the title of this video is about American exceptionalism. Is America exceptional? What is this idea of American exceptionalism? It's basically an idea that America is the only power in the world to provide the liberal international order, to enforce the liberal international order. And what that basically is American values of freedom, liberty, justice, democracy. All them ideas, it's only America that can promote them on the global stage through foreign policy. So America looks at the world stage, not in self-interest, but to promote a vision that works for them and will work for the world itself. It's liberal international theory, whether it's true or not, is debatable, and I'll not reach any conclusions. I'd rather you make the conclusions. But it clearly is debatable, especially with the current shift in power, with the idea of America first. It's the idea that America isn't promoting liberalism, rather it's a realist international foreign policy that they're pursuing. Realism in the idea that they're acting in their own self-interest and they're pursuing international policy that works for them at the expense of other states. So that can include trade wars with Europe, trade wars with China. It doesn't benefit the West doing that, but it's all aimed for economic superiority in the United States. You could argue America first and realism in the idea of international organisations. Trump leaving the WHO talks about that, talks about leaving NATO. As well, there's a lack of international powers when they can work in this chamber, work in the political system. So it's very fascinating on that you make your opinions on whether America is a liberal leviathan, and whether it's exceptional, or they're just like any other state, self-interest. Just a bill on Capitol Hill. Right, we're on the National Mall here. The evening UFC fights going on at the minute. Look how many lime scooters there are. There's definitely like 3 dozen of them here, because everyone's here to watch this game. So let's see if we get through. See all the security, see what's going on here. Imagine security is going to be tight. You see all the officers here. Jeepers, the amount of these flipping scooters. So I haven't seen as many scooters in my life. So this is the barrier to get in to the place. We have your police officers there, and their police bikes, and then we just head along this here by the looks of it. Airplanes. There's the Blue Angels are there. Wonder if this is them again. Oh, come on. Definitely hear something. Don't be paranoid. Ah, that's what it is. Someone with a big flag out.
Ay, por aquí vamos a otro lado, ¿eh? ¿Has visto los carros?
Sí, eso fue increíble. Don't know what he's saying. Hope that's picking up on camera. I'll let you be the judge of that. Right, we're on the National Mall here. You can see the Washington White House is behind me there. Plenty of place, FBI, you name it, it's here. And it's starting to turn into quite a thundery day, so I hope it doesn't rain. God willing, we'll see how it goes anyways. Yeah, let's get a place to see what the crack is. So, straight in front, that's the White House, that's where the game's going on. It's quite hard to see, but the match is starting basically now, in the next 15 minutes, I'd say. That's it, over. I think that's it. Russian media over here. Russian. It's pretty cool.
Снаружи войны привести дипломатический марафон, который закончился так необходимым для того.
This is what I mean with it being green and not blue.
You are fake news.
You can see it a lot better in the dark, but you'd think you're in Loch Ness, but no, we're in DC, Washington DC, and it's covered in green crap, green splodge.
Green algae, it looks so bad, but there's cool guys cleaning it up right now. No other person